everyone. On behalf of the President and the White House.
Happy Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
We're happy to join you in the celebration
to honor our diverse cultures and contributions to our nation.
My name is Nira Tandon, Senior Advisor to the President and White House Staff Secretary. Since his first day in office, President Biden made clear that it is a priority of his administration to advance equity for underserved communities, including Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders. The Biden-Harris administration has been delivering on his promise and improving the lives of everyone in our country and community. The economy is strong, with wages going up and prices going down. The president's budget details a roadmap to build on the historic progress over the last 2 years and finish the job. Combined with the historic passage of the Inflation Reduction Act, it will lower costs for AA and NHPI families, including for health insurance, childcare, prescription drugs, housing, college, energy, and more. And thanks to President Biden, we've become more visible together than ever before. We have the most diverse government in U.S. history, with an unprecedented AA and NHPI representation in the administration, including our very own Vice President, Kamala Harris, who is the first South Asian American to serve in the second highest office in the nation. Currently, 14% of our appointees and nominees identify as AA and NHPI, double the share of the population. This is record worth celebrating and advancing. We are so fortunate to have a president who's got our back. He understands our community and sees us, hears us, and values us.
Mahalo nui Neera. And aloha, everyone. My name is Erika Moritsugu, and I am indeed honored to serve as the Deputy Assistant to the President and the first ever Asian American and Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander Senior Liaison at the White House. This is a role that the President created to be his representative to our communities and the community's representative to the President. Over the past 2 years, from my hometown of Honolulu to New York, Cincinnati, Albuquerque, Oak Creek, Phoenix to Atlanta, and everywhere in between, we've been meeting with our community members and have witnessed the impact of the President's agenda, as well as the tremendous strength and resilience of our communities. The President is working to help our community rise above our trauma from the racism and violence that spiked during the pandemic. Thanks to the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act that the President signed into law, the Department of Justice has designated its first anti-hate resources coordinator, as well as its first ever full-time language access coordinator. The President went to Monterey Park, California, to grieve with the community that's been shaken by the shooting murders in their city in January, and announced executive actions to reduce gun violence in our country. Now, both the President and Vice President have met with the families of the victims and demonstrated with their words and their actions and their presence how much they sincerely care for our community and how much hope they have for our future. We believe that together we will be stronger and more visible as a community and as a country.
Thank you, Erika. I'm Philip Kim, and I am proud to serve in the Biden-Harris administration as Senior Advisor in the White House Office of Public Engagement. In this role, I am moved and reminded every day about the beauty of our diverse community and the historic and unprecedented ways this administration has seen and uplifted us. You'll see in the President's AA and NHPI Heritage Month proclamation how he and First Lady Dr. Biden celebrated the community by hosting the first ever White House Lunar New Year reception through lion dances and dumplings, while also holding space to grieve together and showing the nation that tragedy doesn't define us, and we are stronger together and better for it. This administration has made once-in-a-generation investment to support our AA and NHPI communities, providing direct relief, strengthening mental health, and expanding economic opportunity, all through the American Rescue Plan, Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, Inflation Reduction Act, and so many other initiatives. But the work isn't finished. As the President said during the State of the Union, we are doing everything we can to finish the job. We know we don't do this alone, but through coalitions and allyship inside and outside the AA and NHPI community, within and outside the federal government, and most of all, with you. So thank you for all that you do in partnership with this administration to ensure that we are visible together.
Mahalo, Phil. I'm Krystal and I'm honored to serve as the Executive Director of the White House Initiative and the President's Advisory Commission on Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders. President Biden reauthorized and reinvigorated both entities in May of 2021, and they are co-chaired by Health and Human Services Secretary Javier Becerra and U.S. Trade Representative Ambassador Catherine Tai. Over the past 2 years, the White House has responded to the needs of our diverse AA and NHPI communities during times of both joy and tragedy. Among our top priorities have been efforts to address anti-Asian hate, prioritize data disaggregation, promote language access, and ensure an equitable COVID-19 recovery. At the start of this year, we released the first ever national strategy to advance equity, justice, and opportunity for AA and NHPI communities that details our whole of government approach to address barriers impacting our communities, including efforts to improve interagency policymaking, program development, and outreach. We've also been busy traveling across the country to meet with many of you through our AA and NHPI economic summits and other engagements we are hosting in different cities to connect local communities with federal resources. We are grateful to be part of a White House that works so hard to empower AA and NHPI communities and deliver on the promises made by the President. We look forward to seeing you on the road and being visible together.
Once again, on behalf of President Biden and the entire administration,
we wish everyone a wonderful Asian American and Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
Don't forget to join our stakeholder calls.
And sign up for our WHIAANHPI newsletters.
Thank
you.